Welcome to Randos with Paul Garcia. I will be interviewing some of the most special and interesting people in our communities to find out what makes them tick. Again, I invite you to join me at Randos with Paul Garcia. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Randos with Paul Garcia. And I'm your host, Paul Garcia. Today, I'm really excited about today's podcast. I'm going to be talking to a Division I athlete from high school, what went on, what activities they had to partake as far as working out, all the way through college, and how it changed, how it was different. I think this will be particularly interesting to parents of students that are in high school right now that want to, go into Division 1A or to the university level, the secondary level. This podcast is brought to you by Lone Star Coffee. Lone Star Coffee is an office coffee provider. They can provide you any kind of coffee machine for your office. It'll provide all your needs in your break room: spoons, knives, forks, paper towels, whatever you need. Sodas, water, plus with every new install you get free brand new equipment. Call Lone Star Coffee at 832-912-1325, and how I remember it is 832-912 plus 13 equals 25. Today's guest is a young lady, Kodi Garcia. We'll get into her story. Let's throw out the first pitch and get this podcast going. Thank you so much for joining us here at Randos with Paul Garcia. Again, I'm so excited because today I have my niece, Kodi Garcia, joining me. Today's podcast is about the journey to Division I athletics. Now, Kodi, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I've already got her drink, her favorite drink, conjured up here. It's tequila and tonic. Here you go.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Well, let's get this thing going. Let's throw out the first pitch. You played Division I volleyball.
I did.
At Elon University. Tell us about that a little bit.
That was fun. It was a good time. During my recruiting, people usually start early high school. I actually didn't commit until senior spring of my high school, which is late usually. I was thinking of going to a JUCO potentially, but Elon kind of just happened, and it felt like perfect timing. It was really quick too. They saw me play. I went for an official visit, and I committed the next week, and then I was there that summer. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell the audience or the listeners, where is Elon, just so they'll know.
Elon University is in Elon, North Carolina, which is about an hour, 45 minutes from Raleigh-Durham area.
Okay.
So center, North Carolina.
Well, let's go to the beginning. Let's go back to high school. What got you started in volleyball? What made you get interested in it?
Yeah, so I started volleyball around the age of 6. Me and my sister, we joined the YMCA.
Okay.
It was one of those things where, as a child, your parents just throw you into a bunch of different sports and see what sticks.
Right.
And my older sister, Sydney, was already playing volleyball for a couple years. So, and it was really fun just watching her, as a little kid, just sitting on the court, watching her play and her throwing the ball to me. So we played, I was 6, kind of 7, and then progressed from there. So I played up for a little bit.
Right.
And then once I was 11, that's when I stayed with my own age group. Because that's when I started club, select ball, and then...
And just for the viewers, the listeners, this is mainly moms and dads listening for their kids that are playing ball, whatever sport it is. Tell us a little bit about select ball, what that involves.
Yes, so it's like travel ball. When I was 11, 12, I started just locally.
Yeah.
Once I got to 14s, freshman high school, that's when you get more serious about it. So we started traveling nationally.
But you have to try out,
Yes,
right?
those are tryouts.
You can't just because I was at the YMCA and I could hit the
No.
ball join.
No, yeah, there's tryouts, and each club has like a number of teams that you can make. You don't have to do like nationally traveling teams. You could do local traveling teams.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, they're tryout clubs, and there's a lot in Houston, a lot in Texas.
What is and this is in high school, so what is the rationale of actually trying to get on these teams versus I'm just going to play regular volleyball? You have to play that level, right? To
Yeah,
try to
you
go
have to. Yeah, you have to be on these traveling teams so you can get seen by coaches because these traveling teams go to big tournaments in big cities. College coaches are there. They're watching, they're taking notes. The better your team is, the more coaches you have on your court.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. So it behooves the players to really play hard and be
Yeah.
good so that because everybody benefits from it.
Yes.
And what if, like, I'm assuming the coaches are pretty good, but what if you get a coach that's a dud? I mean, does that happen or not?
Well, not everyone likes their coach, you know.
But as long as they're good, you can tolerate it. But what if you're on and I know I'm looking to one extreme, but what if you're on a team with the coach is not really that good? And I say good because maybe none of the young ladies are going to the next level, being playing ball at the university level.
Yeah, I feel like when a club has a coach like that, they don't make it very long. You know, like
Who doesn't make it very long?
the
The
coach.
coach.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because usually like your top teams have the best coaches. So if your team has no girls who are committed or going to the next level, it kind of shows like maybe it's the coach's problem.
Yeah.
But like if you do have a bad coach or you just like don't like your coach, I feel like, fake it till you make it. Work hard, try to get on their good side, ask other coaches for advice, take private lessons.
Oh, you can't do private lessons, huh?
Yes. So I did private lessons for a long time with like position coach. So I was a setter, so I did setting lessons before practice or after practice sometimes, depending on what time my practice was. 30 minutes, an hour, 2 or 3 times a week.
So, Kodi, for the people listening, how tall are you?
I'm only 5'10".
Okay, you say only because there's young ladies that play that are a lot taller, right?
Yes, I'm short in the volleyball world.
Okay, so being that is the setter the position that you were kind of pushed towards or you were better at because of your height? What?
I think it's, oh, you're a little shorter, maybe you should be a setter or a defensive specialist. But I don't think that's necessarily true because I know players who are shorter than me who have some hops, who can jump, can touch 10 feet, are good like volleyball players, hitters, blockers, all that kind of stuff. So they say height holds you back, but if you work hard and like, push yourself, you can be just as good as the girl next to you who's 6'3".
So do you see in that just do you see that the universities discriminate against the shorter
Yes.
player?
I think it's easy to look at like
Just
the girl next to me who's taller
yeah,
than me who's only 5'10".
right.
She could probably do a little bit more things than me. She could play front row, she could hit, she could block, and they see me and they're like, well, maybe she can't jump. Maybe she can't do that.
Yeah, I see. But hopefully, playing more games, you can show them
Yeah.
your skill set. Now, do you recommend playing? I'm assuming when you were in high school, you were playing high school ball, but plus you were also playing select league also.
Yeah. So in high school, volleyball season is in the fall, like football. So it's a fall sport, and then select starts like late late winter, early spring, and you go into the summer, and then you get like a month off, and then you go back to ball again.
So you're playing for about 9 months in a row, or 6 months?
9, and you probably get like 3 months off, like 2 in the winter and 1 in the summer off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you're playing quite a bit.
Yes, especially if
And
you add that travel into it.
so for mom and dad, when your kid's in high school, what would you say to those parents or even the athlete? Um, what skills, what do you need to do to better yourself? I know you've said some, you took private
Hmm.
lessons, that sort of thing, to try to, if you have a passion for it, to get to that next level. Obviously, you don't want to let your height keep you
Hmm.
down. Um, but what can you do as a person to train yourself, that sort of thing, to get to the next level?
Yeah, I think to get to the next level, like, obviously train, practice on your own. Like, I used to hit balls on top of my roof just to practice and setting. I also had sisters, so that was helpful, someone to throw the ball to. But
Hmm.
also being coachable, like learning those type of things, learning how to read people, learning to listen to your coach and then apply what they say to the game. Learning volleyball, like having a high volleyball IQ can be really helpful, knowing the rules, knowing what to do in certain situations, expecting the ball and being prepared, just thinking about things ahead.
Yeah, yeah. And you being a setter, for those people that may not know, the setter's pretty much the quarterback of the volleyball team, right?
Yeah,
So you're
I'd say
kind
so.
of setting everything up. What did you have to know that maybe some of the other people didn't have to know? Or maybe they had to know too, but what
Yeah.
you kind of controlled it somewhat.
I think setters have a better understanding. I mean, obviously, we're all good because we're all playing, we're all there for a reason. But as a setter, I felt like I had to have a better volleyball IQ. I had to know what was happening on the court at all times. I had to be prepared if things went sideways,
Right.
right?
And you had to know the limitations of the other players to know
Yes.
she's never going to get that ball. We need to do this or that, right?
Yes.
Even though they may surprise you once in a while, but
I had to know like their strengths and weaknesses.
right,
Like, can I set her the ball and she's gonna get a kill? Is she gonna put the next ball down? I need to give her the ball again. She needs another chance. And so I think knowing your players or your teammates, being able to communicate and having a like high volleyball IQ was
hmm,
really helpful as a setter, as long as like being in control of my side of the court.
right,
You can only
right,
do so much, you can't control the other side, but if you can control your team and your side,
right,
yeah.
right. So I always wondered this in the volleyball games I'd gone to, and you always had that setter lay it up nicely for somebody, and then they'd just what do you call it, the kill shot, the
Hmm.
young lady who was doing the kill shot would blow it,
Yeah.
and inevitably over and over, I go, don't go to her anymore. But I guess you have set plays that it's going to go to that person. The coach is calling all that, right?
Yeah, there are certain plays, and it's like we're gonna give her the ball.
No
You
matter
know?
what, even if
Yeah.
she's missed five in a row.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, the
we might
coaches,
switch things around if that's
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's interesting. I like that in the sense of it's just interesting how the setter directs everything, but it is based on the coach's recommendations,
Yeah,
obviously.
still
Well,
running it.
let's talk a little bit about that process of once you're in high school and some university is interested in you. What
Hmm.
does that partake in high school? You're still in
So
high school.
yeah,
You're
you're still in high
17,
school
18.
and you're not committed.
Yeah, you're not committed.
Yes.
Say you got two or three schools interested in you because you've done pretty well.
Hmm.
What is that process?
So when I was in high school, there were a bunch of rules. Like you couldn't you could email them, but they couldn't email you back. Or you could only call each other. There's no emails allowed, or there's only calling. Like, so there was a bunch of rules. I think things have changed since I've graduated high school. It's been a while, so
Not that far. What do you think? 7 years?
yeah. What am
You've been
I?
out of high school
26.
about, yeah, you've been out of high school about 7 or 8 years.
2017.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a long time.
Yeah.
And so but like having teams interested in you was like exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so you go on, you talk, you try to stay relevant in their minds so
Hmm.
they don't forget about you, so they're still talking to you, they still want you.
Yeah.
So they'll come to your games.
Yeah. How do you keep them?
Yeah. I
Because I
remember.
want that one, that one, that. No, I'm thinking I'm with that school, but really,
Yeah.
without them thinking like that.
I remember I would like email them super late at night. That way I'd be the first email when they opened their laptop. Little
Ah.
hack. Even them super late, like 1
Yeah.
a.m. That way when
Oh.
they woke up in the morning, I'd be like one of the first emails, you know. I don't know if they're
Uh-huh.
looking at it like that, but that's what I did.
Good idea. At least they know you want them.
Yeah, and they would come to your game, you know, and then you would email after the tournament. You can't talk to them face to face when
Oh,
you're.
really?
No, yeah, unless you're a senior and it's a JUCO, that's the only way. So when I was a senior, all the JUCOs were coming up to me because I wasn't committed yet,
Uh-huh.
and I could talk to them, but you can't talk to anyone unless, yeah, no talking when you're in high school. And then, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, when they were there, how'd you pick a line?
It
I
kind
mean, I
of,
don't know how many choices you had because you could have went to JUCO, I guess, if you
yeah.
wanted.
There
But
were a few choices. Well, I went on a visit, so that's the thing. Like, usually you'll go to like their camp and you'll tour the campus
Mhm.
and you'll meet the girls, you know. And it's like, so if you're deciding between three schools, that's kind of how it goes. And you're like, well, I really liked Elon. Like, I think this is the perfect fit for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then you wait for them to offer you, and then you do all the signing the papers and stuff. But yeah, so I went to Elon. I stayed with the girls. I met them all. They took me to like their favorite places on campus. They showed me the campus, library, main building, and I just like fell in love. It was like the perfect fit for me. Not like nothing too big, you know.
So, girl from Texas all the way to North Carolina.
Yeah,
So you liked
it's
it.
real southern over there.
Let's go back to high school a bit. What do the young ladies do, or the young athletes do, that don't get anybody asking them? Can they go try out?
Hmm.
Say you're just on the edge. Will the coaches tell you, hey, we don't have a spot for you, come try out?
Yeah. There's definitely like walk-ons, prefer walk-ons. You can even try out. Like even at Elon, we had a number of girls like just try out, so they would practice with us for a couple days and make it or not. You're allowed to.
Yeah. But did they promise you would play? Like most people want to go in and play, but did they make those promises? Hey, you're playing from day one, or they say no, you got to earn your spot.
Yeah, they didn't really say that I was guaranteed a spot,
Yeah.
but when I walked in day one, the setter that was there was hurt.
That helps.
So
Huh?
I was like, it's just me? Okay. So
Okay.
I mean, obviously I worked for it. I had to blend with the girls. I had to learn their offense, but I guess I got lucky and I got to start my freshman year and I got to play all the whole time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was
That's pretty
fun.
good. Pretty good. So take me. Okay, now you're at the university. How did you balance? Okay, how much time did volleyball take from you every day? I mean, you have to get up in the morning, work out. I'm ignorantly asking you your routine.
Yeah, it took up a lot of my time.
Well, just tell me a day. You're in the middle of the season. What do you
So
do?
during season, you had classes. So I had 8 a.m. classes. So I was up at 7, lunch, breakfast class, get off at noon. I get like 2 hours. I had to go check in with my academic advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fit in an hour of study hall if I
Mm-hmm.
can. And then went straight to the gym. At the gym, you do your little rehab, your like ice bath, hot bath. And so you're at the gym 2 hours before practice.
Do you do that every day, or you just did because you had an injury?
No, every day.
Every athlete did that.
Yeah, everyone jumped in the hot bath before practice
Why?
to warm up.
Just to warm your body up.
And then we all got in the cold tub after practice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just to keep your muscles loose, I guess, and minimize injury.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Oh.
So, and then some of us were there for like injury problems, like they're just doing like rehab on their shoulders or their back. So a lot of us were there 2 hours before the practice because you had to be there at least an hour before practice.
So okay, you're 2 hours before practice, and then how long is practice?
So practice is like 2.5 hours.
So now you're up to 4.5 hours of
gym.
commitment
Yes.
at the gym. And then did you have after that, were you free to go or did they want to bring you in? Let's go over some film.
Yeah, so we did like position groups, like film wise, or like a whole, if it's like in season, we're watching another team, we do a whole team film. So film's about 45 minutes to an hour sometimes.
So you may be there almost 6 hours
Yeah.
during the season.
Yes.
So how do you balance that and going to school, studying?
It was tough, especially on the road when you're traveling. There's a lot of late nights on my laptop, like writing a paper or doing homework. And then we have athletic academic advisors who are like on top of us to get our homework done.
Oh, so you had somebody, an academic advisor assigned to you.
Yes. So we have like the same advisor assigned per team, kind of. And so she, especially as a freshman, she's trying to get you like used to the lifestyle of juggling your sport and college.
Mm-hmm,
So you have like study hall hours, you have to be in the office doing homework, certain amount of hours a week. And then you had to meet with her at least once a week. And then you would be like, oh, I have a paper due this day, I have this due this day. And she's like, what, did you do your paper yet?
She would tell you that? She would tell you this is what to do, this is what you need to be working on?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Sometimes I'm like, how do you know that? I didn't tell you that yet. How do you know I have a paper due?
Wow.
Yeah.
So they get with all the professors.
Yes. And they would check. I remember one time I was sitting in class and I saw the head academic advisor walking by and like look in our class. And I'm like, ooh.
Make sure you're there.
Make sure all the athletes are there.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's good they do that. It's really interesting they do that.
And the older you get, they're not as strict because you're
yeah,
used
you're
to
disciplined,
it.
yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. So if so you're sitting there going through that. Okay, you went 4 years there. Am I correct?
Yes.
And you decided to play a 5th year.
Yes.
Like all these players play extra now.
Yeah.
So walk me through that process.
So after my 4th year, because of COVID, a number of us got the extra year, 5th year, because usually you only get 4 years.
Yeah.
So I decided to enter the transfer portal, which is a new thing. And it allowed teams to like see like, oh, this is Kodi. She's at a setter at Elon. This is her film. This is her stats. And they could email me. I used to get a lot of emails back in the day.
Wow.
So, but I
Because
knew
that transfer portal is kind of like what the football players do. It's the same thing for volleyball players.
Yeah.
So they have that too.
Yes. Yeah, and it's actually been really helpful. It's really changed the game. It's like much easier to leave your school and go to a new school now.
Okay, yeah. So when you did it, it was just getting started, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
It was pretty new.
And how'd you pick Stephen F?
So I
just to get back to Texas?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to come back to Texas. I was talking to another school in Texas, and then it came down to grad school program. Like, what did I want to do?
So now you wanted to not only just play volleyball, but get some academic with it.
Okay. Exactly, because I was only going to be there 1 year, so I wasn't like trying to grow with the team. Because I was like, I'm coming in, I'm doing my thing, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
So that's how I came to choose Stephen F. Austin.
But was your grad, that's a 2-year program, right?
Yes.
So were they pay for both years, or did they only pay 1 year while you were playing volleyball? How's that work?
So she gave me the whole year because they don't have to. They can only give you like the first half that you're actually playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but she's like,
but you can negotiate.
Yeah.
Getting the whole year.
She gave me the whole year.
Wow.
And then I just took one more semester. I finished in a year and a half, so I took one more semester and then I was done.
Wow, that's pretty good. I think a lot of parents would want to know that, save them some money that way. Don't let them just do half. Give me the whole year.
Give me the whole year.
Yeah, if they want you, they'll do it.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
How it worked out.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, what would you tell a young girl, say a young freshman, 9th grader in high school? What would you tell them and they really love volleyball? I mean, because I'm sure there's times when you thought, why am I doing this? I don't want to do it. Is it worth it? Da, 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 da. Well, what keeps you up? What keeps them motivated to still do it? And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. There were definitely a lot of times where I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like, do I still love the game? Which in high school, for a second there, I was like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this. But when I got to college and I got to Elon, I was like, I love this sport. I love this game. And some advice I would give to someone who's just going through like high school, work for it, chase it. Like, this is your time. That is your time to get better because you only have so much time
Leave it on the court, huh?
Yeah, you gotta go for it, and don't let anyone tell you you're too short, like, or you don't have good hands. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
who are you to tell me that?
Yeah.
It just like pushes you to do more, which is what it did to me.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. It's like, well, you said that, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's real good advice. You can't let anything hold you back because you never know.
Yeah.
You just don't know what's going to do it for you. And what now, how do you feel? Because I know when I worked corporate America, I like to hire athletes that had played, because they were usually disciplined and they would work hard. They knew what it took to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a mindset that's already in them that a lot of people potentially don't have. How's that prepared you in your after college days?
Yeah, I definitely see that. Like, a lot of people want to hire athletes because, like, the team, they work well on a team.
Right.
They are on time because the trauma of ever showing up late would be horrible. And they are disciplined. And I do see that more. Like, I'm like, I have to get this done. Or like, I'm like, we need to work together on this to finish this.
Right.
And sometimes you don't see that as much with like people who didn't play team sports or like weren't as competitive.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Knowing your parents, I know they're very, very competitive people and very rah-rah type people. What can you say to parents? What would you say to parents of high school athletes, even college athletes, to get them more on your side? That I'm sure there's things go on that you've seen with the student athlete, where the parents act crazy or do whatever. So what advice can you give parents for the student athlete?
I would say be supportive. Be supportive of your kid, be supportive of the team they're on.
The program. Yeah.
Yes. And be open-minded about it all. You know, it's like, especially in high school, it's a lot of travel. It's a lot of work. The recruiting process is a lot of work. And if I didn't have my mother to help me with that, that would have been, I don't know if I would have played college. It's a lot. It's a lot of rules, a lot of emailing, a lot of phone calls, a lot of visits. And just support your kid and try not to beef with the other parents too much.
But you got to play. What do you do the players that don't get to play?
Well, I would
and the parents are getting mad because they're going, Tammy's just as good as that Kodi girl. Why doesn't she get to play? What do you tell parents?
That's why you gotta support the whole team. And if you are upset that it's your kid who's not playing, you think the club's out to get your kid or the coach is out to get your kid, then let the kid finish and go to a new club.
That's before you get to college.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you handle that in college?
They
own you there, right? Your parents can't do nothing.
Parents are not involved. Like, oh my gosh, it'd be a little embarrassing.
Yeah, but don't you see it like they're in the stands yelling and screaming? Potentially, does that happen?
Maybe it's hard to see because you're so focused in the game.
Right.
But like, I see what you're saying, maybe a little bit. But like, if it is at that point, your kid is a grown adult. Like, if they're so unhappy there, if they want to play that bad, they need to enter the transfer portal and go somewhere else. you know,
Yeah.
but sometimes
Yeah.
you're just so in love with your own team. Like you're like, I don't
Right.
want to leave. I love it here.
Yeah. And the parents need to understand
Yeah.
it's a unit, not just my kid. And that's sometimes hard, especially if your
Yeah.
kids are not playing. Now, excuse me, if the student athlete is not playing and wants to play, then you're right. You need to enter the transfer portal
Yeah.
and move
Or
on.
like ask the coach, you know, I'm always for like asking questions like, how can I get better? How can I get time on the court? What do I need to do? What do you need from me?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had a lot of girls like in college who weren't getting as much playing time as they wanted and ended up just quitting and like joining the
Oh, really?
yeah and joining like the rec league.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got that bad.
Well, it's just
They
like
didn't enjoy it anymore.
yeah, you
It's
just
too much work
you fall
for,
to love and it's too much work. It's like you're up at 5 a.m. You got weights, you got class, you got more practice, you got film. So
yeah, you were just saying 6, 7 hours a day,
and that's
and
just
then you
in
don't get to
season.
play.
Yeah.
And then off season, you're doing other stuff too, right?
Yeah. Off season is not as fun because you're not playing as much, but you also have like early lifts. You know, like you're in the weight room at 5 a.m. and then you have to go straight to class afterwards. And you're in
So
class.
you still have
You still
programs you
have
got to
a
go through.
routine. You know, they don't let you stray too far.
Okay, for myself, during the summer, school's out. Did you go to summer school, or you had to stay there? Did they let you go home? Or did they know you need to work out?
Um,
Stay here and work out with
so
us?
some schools, you know, they do summer school, so they're there and they're practicing and lifting weights. At SFA, we had to volunteer to go and lift weights and practice. Volunteer.
Gotcha.
It was mandatory.
Mandatory volunteer.
If you're not here, you're not on the team.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. All right. Well, good. Hey, this has been super informative.
That's good.
I want to thank Kodi from the bottom of my heart. This was just awesome. I thank you for your time and sharing your story, because I think there's a lot of mom and dads and student athletes that can learn from this, because they don't know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
They think they know,
Yeah.
but you really don't really know
I
till you're there.
definitely didn't know.
Yeah. So it's good to hear somebody's story like that. So thank you so much. I'd like to thank all the viewers and anyone. We are sponsored by Lone Star Coffee, office coffee provider. Thank you so much for your time and look forward to seeing you guys again. Bye.
Thank you.